The first one is, what specifically has been missing for you when it comes to sense of self, like qualities of self? Thinking over the course of your life, and even if some of these things have changed, what sense of self qualities have been missing for you? Let's start here and get a sense of what needs to be jump-started. So we have to kind of figure out what's missing. So these things can look like not being able to say no, not being able to take some risk, not being able to disagree with others, again, struggling with things like decisions, struggling with being single. Another is embracing your own likes. Another is pushing back on other things, either at work or in partnership or even with our own kids. Asking for clarification. It sounds goofy, but it's a John Bradshaw idea where those who go through childhood trauma often have a thing where they will not ask questions and clarification for fear of the person's response or what they think of them for asking the question. Another is not really knowing your worth through the course of your life. Another is not considering yourself. Those of us who struggle with having a sense of self, we tend to consider others way more than we consider ourselves. We don't really have an awareness that we have some personal power. Another is we don't really enjoy alone time. That can often be pretty triggering. Not really enjoying being social for the chameleon thing, or not wanting to put our foot in our mouths, or not trying to make mistakes. All of that are examples of sense of self issues. So take some time here and write out some concrete examples where not having a sense of self had unwanted consequences on you in big and small ways. Like not saying no to something that was really damaging to you, such as when you were trying to maybe break up with someone and they talked you into staying and that made things worse, to much smaller ideas, to smaller examples where you walk away from a conversation kind of going like, oh, why did I say I liked that book when I hated that book? Why did I do that to myself? I hate it when I do that. That kind of stuff. And a good place to take it from here is to start doing inner child work, where you have active conversations with our undeveloped sense of self, our undeveloped inner child, and gradually giving that child what's been missing the whole time, which is some mirroring and some love. And I have a playlist that I'll put in the description of the video. It's a playlist on inner child work that you can start there. Inner child work is really having safe conversations from our loving inner adult. It's really the main ingredient to having a sense of self, I think. And we do a lot of that work in my membership where I teach those skills, or we're having to work with our inner child who is still operating from the childhood trauma place. The second way you can start to build up having a sense of self is really looking at the concepts of feelings in relationship to self. In many ways, our feelings equal self. If you don't know where to start in terms